Well, Dave, March is gone.
I know. Can you believe it's April already?
Well, I'm ready for spring. Unlike Canada, it's starting to green up down here in Kentucky.
That's right. In fact, this weekend I'm probably going to have to cut the yard for the first time.
I am too. I need to go get a new mower blade this season and a spark plug. Should be good to go.
Yep.
Well, things are shaping up for April to be a fun one.
It couldn't be any better than March, man. I mean,
probably not.
Let's face it. We had a heck of a March.
We sure did.
So what's April looking like?
Well, first up, we're going to talk about where we're going to be in April. And should all our plans come to fruition, we will be planning to make our yearly pilgrimage to the Roscoe Turner Chapter Invitational Contest up near Indianapolis.
Yep. Can't wait. It's always a good one.
What's the date on that, Dave?
April 16th.
April 16th. I think it's the Boone County Fairgrounds.
I believe so.
Near Lebanon, Indiana.
Yep.
And I'm looking forward to that. That's always been a good one.
That one holds a special place in my heart because it's the first place we ever took the podcast on the road and recorded at a show. So I'm really kind of looking forward to that. And also it's so centrally located that we know we're going to get to see a lot of guys that we don't get to see except at shows. So I'm looking forward to it.
Well, I think that's all we've got on the docket for April as far as shows, unless you've got something else you're going to try to do.
Nope, that's it.
Well, April is a 2-episode drop month, Dave, and we got a couple of good ones, I think.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking forward to these next two.
Well, first is going to be episode 87, and we're going to have our good friend Evan McCallum back, probably in the third chair for the episode. And Evan's going to get to take a ride on the wheel of accidental wisdom.
Well, I'm sure that after Heritage Con, he'll be more than prepared to do the wheel.
Well, we've gotten a lot of good topics for the wheel that I need to get integrated into the little app I'm using to do that with. And looking forward to that. We'll probably have a little chat about some of the aspects of Heritage Con, but, that little special we put out earlier is kind of how we feel about it. And
yep.
If folks don't know we had a blast by now, then
yeah,
they're just not going to, Dave.
Yeah, no, it was amazing. It was. And I love to talk with Evan about it because we got to spend a fair amount of time with Evan and his lovely fiance. And I'm looking forward to chewing it over with him. Well,
like I said, we've got quite a few topics to put on the wheel. And if folks want to get something in for this episode, this installment of the Wheel of Accidental Wisdom, you have about a week to get it to us.
Yep.
And we'd appreciate that very much. So thank you for all those who have come in already. And I think the wheel's going to be well populated, Dave.
I think it is. And that's it's been one of the more popular features that we've done. So I'm looking forward to doing it with Evan.
After that, we've got episode 88 a little later in the month. And we're going to be talking to somebody that we actually got to meet face-to-face at Heritage Con. Mr. John Chung. Now, John's an aircraft modeler for the most part, and he's been showing a lot of progress on a big 72nd scale space shuttle that he's been doing a lot of rescribing work on. It's pretty impressive. Now, right now, of late, he's been rebuilding the back end.
Yep.
Trying to get that all lined up. Now, John's appeared a couple of times on Sprue Cutters Union, so we're going to make sure we try to cover some different stuff that he hadn't talked about yet. And I think related to the space shuttle project. And in fact, he reached out to us about our scribing episode with Dr. Strangebrush and how much he appreciated that. So I think we're going to try to get John's take on scribing, seeing how if he wasn't an expert before the space shuttle.
That's right. He's either an expert or insane or both after that.
That's right.
I will be interested to hear, obviously, given the project he's working on, he's got a lot of firsthand experience. And I'm really looking forward to hearing what he has to say.
Well, I also enjoyed meeting him along with the other people at Heritage Con, but it was fun meeting John.
Yep.
And I'm glad he reached out. I mean, I remember that when he did, it took me a second to make the connection with the space shuttle project.
Yeah, it did to me too.
Well, that's 2 episodes, Dave. I think that ought to keep us busy, and we got a couple of good ones. So,
by the way, you realize we're creeping awfully close to 100.
I know. We'll have 12 to go after 88.
I know.
We better think about what we want to do.
Yep.
Well, finally, Dave, let's get caught up on the Plastic Model Dojo over on Facebook. Got another milestone coming up.
Yes, we are. In fact, we may have already hit that milestone. If not, we are very, very close.
And that milestone would be what?
2,000 members, and checking as we're recording.
I don't know what the real number is. It's sitting at 1.9K. It could be 1,900 or 1,999.
Oh, I can tell you now. I found it. 1,931.
That's a lot.
That's a darn lot. And they're joining at the rate of 5 to 10 every day. So we're going to be over 2,000 probably by the middle of April.
Well, I'm looking forward to that. And
yep, you and me both. We'll have to come up with some sort of celebration for the 2,000th member.
Yeah, so we need to keep an eye out for who that actually is.
Yep.
So that's a good idea.
We'll have to get our minions to help us track that.
Well, Dave, we're all rested up after the Heritage Con trip. You got any inspiration from that?
Well, I did. In fact, I was commenting to a couple of people. Well, you know, we interacted with a ton of folks at the show, and then post show, I think everybody's basking in the same glow from just a super successful show. In fact, I was talking to Jim Bates today and noted that the buzz that I got, the positive modeling mojo buzz that I got from Heritage Con was probably second only to what I get from the Nationals. So I came home buzzed, ready to really hit it and do a lot. Now, the problem was, apparently, and nobody told me this, I'm not 30 years old anymore. So 19 hours in a car in 72 hours. I'm not a young man anymore. That took an amazing amount out of me. And I'll be honest with you, we're recording this Thursday night, and I'm still a little gassed. We got home Monday night, and I am still a little bit gassed and not 100% back to the energy level. But it's coming back, so and I'm holding on to the mojo from the show, so I am looking forward to getting some bench time this weekend. I've got my older daughter's birthday is on April 1st, and so we're going to celebrate that, but then the rest of the weekend actually looks pretty clear, and so I'm hoping to get some really good bench time in. How about you?
Well, I tell you, hanging out with D-Ran from the Model Geeks up there in Hamilton reminded me that they've got a little Navy MiG Killers group build for the San Marcos Nationals coming up, and I think we both kind of ran our mouth off about that when we were thinking up that idea, or they were thinking up the idea, or whatever. Yep.
Well, I have to do it because I was the one that suggested it.
Well, and then I saw the decal sheet from the Nationals last year, and there's one on there.
Yep.
Maybe two, but...
And you even got a kit for free.
I did, so I may have to break out a secret squirrel project, as the geeks like to call it.
There you go.
And that's be all I'm going to say about it.
Yep. We'll have to see how that works out.
Well, Dave, we're going to be talking to Evan. We're going to be talking to John, and hopefully some Mojovians over on the dojo.
Yes, absolutely. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, man. Well, I'll see you for episode 87.
You got it. You take care. Get to that bench.
All right.